Time again for another installment of the basics, and this is the third episode in a row that I'm sticking with the X-Files customizable card game, because today I want to talk to you about event cards. Now, these are the type of card that you're going to want to play in your investigation phase of your turn, and it'll either help you or take away from your opponent while you're investigating sites and trying to get closer to asking him a question about his X-File card. As I've mentioned on previous episodes of the basics that have dealt with the X-Files card game, cards in this game have a different dynamic and different facets than any other game, because this is an investigative game. You're pretty much a detective trying to solve a problem rather than battling it out in space or using creatures or just trying to score endless amounts of points. So the event cards, which you can use in your investigation phase, are critical to helping you achieve the goal of the game, which is to find out what your opponent's X-File is. So cards like Street Contacts. Search through your bureau deck and place any one witness card in your hand. Show the witness to your opponents. Shuffle the bureau deck. So not only are you bringing a new witness card into play that may or may not screw him up, you're also adding a dynamic to your draw deck and your hand by switching things around. Cards like Successful Diagnosis and Medical Treatment. Whereas the agent heals 2 damage immediately if he's in the hospital, this one is 1 token of damage immediately if he's in the hospital. This is huge if you have agents, especially your heavy hitters, in the hospital and only have a few points of damage. This will get them back out there either immediately or quickly. Cards like I Want to Believe. So this plays on 1 agent to allow that agent to use their evidence collection skill number for any one alien investigation or occult investigation skill check. Depending on how you've built your deck, you need that card and cards like it. It'll help you move along the game a lot better. There are other good cards like Access Personnel Files, Government Arrest Suspects, so this negates 1 witness that modifies the alien investigation or bureaucracy skill. So if you're based on alien investigation and there's a witness that your opponent's put down that's trying to get around that, this gets rid of that. Like the other card types in the deck, you really need to know what kind of a deck you're building before you just start jamming event cards in there. And I'm not going to give you a number for how many of these you should have, because it varies by deck. Go on some websites to people that have posted their constructed decks and get an idea from there. It's not just something you throw a few in and hope for the best. This takes a lot more thought than most cards. The only thing with that is when you're in your investigation phase, you can only play 3 cards. You don't want them all to be events. You need to play a witness or an adversary depending on what your opponent is doing. But events are critical to gameplay. So as I mentioned earlier in the show, check out some different sources of information that will tell you what kind of events and how many you need in your deck. Have a great day.